What were you like as a kid? Were you outgoing? Were you funny?
I was.
You got bit early, you said, but
Yeah, I think I was. I think I was always doing dumb bits, trying to figure out what worked.
yeah.
And I think, like, looking back now, if we were privy to a moment where I was doing bits, we'd probably be like, "That's dumb as hell. You're not funny at all," you know. But at the time, like, if I could get someone to laugh, I'd be like, "Oh, this is pretty good."
Yeah.
But
how did that manifest itself? What sort of bits are you doing?
I remember the one of the earliest, dumbest ones I remember was being a little kid. My dad got hired for a week or 2 weeks or the summer. I can't remember because it was like kid time. But my dad got hired as like the summer camp chaplain for like these youth groups would all come to this like Christian summer camp.
Sure.
And each week there would be new youth groups from all these like churches across the Midwest or whatever. And so all the like awkward junior hires and high school kids would, you know, get to their cabins and they pick their daily activities. And then they would have chapel every night where my dad would lead this like super charismatic thing. And there would be like praise and worship. And all the teens would get all whipped up into a frenzy. And they'd be like, Jesus Mountaintop and blah, blah, blah. And so I remember like wandering around. Nobody ever knew where their kids were back then. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
had concrete playgrounds and stuff, not these soft, bouncy ones that these fucking pusswads have today. But like, yeah, I would wander around by myself, and I remember like at the beginning of camp, I would figure out like who were the cool girls, you know, and I would like follow them around. Like in my memory, it's like the hot teenage girl with the like Farrah Fawcett hair and the like short shorts and the knee socks and Nikes, you know?
Yeah.
And I remember these girls taking me under their wing and being like, "Oh, she's cute, she's funny." I was like this like scrawny little like mulleted like white trash kid from Southwest Michigan, and but I remember like one of the first time I was like doing stand up was these girls brought me into their cabin.
Yeah.
And in my memory, as I look back, it was all like Aquanet and perfume and just like bras hanging from the rafters and stuff. I don't know if that's like revisionist, but I remember in there being like, this is going to make it sound like some like weird porno in my brain, but like they were all it was like teenage girls walking around their cabin in their bras and stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember doing this bit where I was just like, "Oh wow, that's weird." Because when you're a little girl, you wear like, at least for me, you wear tank
You don't have to
tops.
explain what being a little girl's like to me.
You're very clear. No, but I would wear like these little white cotton like tank tops.
You keep pointing at your boobs, and I'm just holding eye contact right
Look
now.
right here, Mike. Look at this. Look right here. 2 spots to look. But I remember them walking around in their bras. I mean, now is everyone like pole vaulting around in their erections listening to this? But I remember doing these bits where I was like, "Wow, that's weird. Your t-shirt's small," and like bad stuff like that, like about their bras and stuff.
And you're
like, "It's like a half t-shirt." I remember opening up my shirt and you see my little like tiny kid, you know, tank, and being like, "Mine goes all the way down to my jeans. Yours is only right across that part right there." Like, what?
Why did you talk like that? Why did you close your eyes?
Well, this was the 1920s. Extra, extra.
That's a pretty good bit, though.
I mean, I got them down to their bras.
Right.
So something was. It wasn't exactly.
Well, I mean, you got to know your audience. I feel like at the time.
Yeah.
That's what girls talk about.
Just dumb. Just as dumb as.
How are you weird? You mentioned you were weird.
Well, I don't know. I think
Because you had your eyes squinted the whole time. And you
I was
talked.
like, "Oh, that's weird. Tiny little tank top. I never seen a bra before." I don't know. Greg said to me a couple years ago, I was like, I don't even remember what I was talking about. I'm like, "So-and-so's weird." And Greg was like, "Holly, you're weird. We're weird." You realize that like what we do is weird. Like we're
Right.
weird. Like
Yeah.
improv. Like we're weird.
We're adults playing on a playground, basically.
Exactly. And I'm obsessed with it. So I'm like,
Concrete ones, not none of that pussy shit.
That's right. That's right. We got our stitches and we got our slings and our casts. We earned them.